Hi, my name is Andrea. You should know that. You are, after all, following my blog. Andrea talks about zombies. Um, I'm here to talk more today about wardrobe. It's a subject I've already covered and one I'd like to go over more with you guys. I talked about wearing tight-fitting clothing, definitely wear things that you're comfortable moving around in, but I'd like to expand on things that you should carry with you. One thing to keep in mind, you want to pack lightly. You don't want a ton of stuff that you're always having to carry and worry about. So, you're going to definitely want one pair of pants, which I'm wearing mine. A tank top. Yes, I'm also wearing that. The jacket, I'd probably start out wearing mine. Not if it's too hot, but it's definitely, it fits in my bag quite well. I also suggested having a sweater on under the coat if it gets too cold. This sweater is actually the one that I would be using. It's tight-fitting, easy to move in, doesn't restrict any hand movements, and that's something I really look for in a sweater like this. No hood, no, it's not baggy at all, and it's perfect. It doesn't catch on anything, and that is the theme of the kind of clothing that I look for. Next up, we have, of course, pants. I'd suggest maybe having a second pair of pants, just in case your initial pair gets ripped and is no longer warm enough. Keeping warm in the winter is a very important thing to keep in mind. If you're to wear shorts, I have two options. It's definitely up to the wearer to decide which they'd prefer. First off, we have cargo shorts. They're kind of long. They offer a lot of protection down the leg, however, it keeps cool. There's a lot of pockets, so it's a lot of extra storage that, you want to keep that in mind. Storage is something that you may never be able to get enough of. Second off, you have the option of short shorts. They aren't going to offer you as much protection as the cargo shorts would, nor the amount of storage. However, I personally find these short shorts to be much more comfortable. I have a lot more movement, and they allow me to move freely, and I'm much more comfortable in them in general. Like I said, absolutely up to the wearer. Your plan has to fit you, and for me personally, it's the short shorts. Next up, shirts. You're going to want to be able to cover a range. Of course, I was wearing a tank top in the pictures you saw because that's what this summer is probably going to bring. It's going to be hot and it's going to be cold. And for the cold months, you'll want a nice long sleeve shirt, and it fits snugly. Not too much of a dropped neck, so you're not gonna be falling out of your shirt and needing to readjust constantly. One thing I definitely do not want to see in a zombie apocalypse is someone having to stop and readjust their clothing. You want your clothing to be comfortable, you want it to fit, you want to, be able to ignore its existence and focus on more important matters. I also want to be able to cover t-shirts because there is such thing as t-shirt weather, so it's an important thing to talk about. Here, short sleeves, keeps you cool enough, but not as exposed as a tank top. What I like about this t-shirt specifically is the neckline. It's high up, so it covers your skin, and it keeps you from being too exposed. I definitely, once again, you don't want to be falling out of your shirt. I don't think that's conducive to survival. You don't have to worry about anything coming down your shirt. You don't have to worry about anything coming out of your shirt. And all of these clothes, what they have in common for me is that they're clothes of mine that fit me very well. Of course, we all have clothes that don't quite fit us right. You don't want to wear a pair of short shorts that is a size too big, because they're probably going to fall off. And there's a chance, a very high chance, that you're going to be losing weight after an apocalypse. You're not going to find food as readily available. Therefore, look for things that fit you very well, and on your journey, continue looking for clothes if yours become unsuitable for you. You always want to think about what you're going to need. With this pile of clothes, it's not a very big pile, and that's great. That's absolutely great. You want to pack very lightly. Packing too much could be disastrous. You don't want to have to worry about, am I going to be able to fit this item because I have too many pairs of pants? Of course, you can never have enough socks and underwear. I absolutely think you guys should pack like 10 pairs at least of socks and underwear. Bras, yes, you want them, but if you don't need them, you probably want to leave that out of your wardrobe. Less bussier women like myself, I don't always have to worry about it. Unless I'm actually doing an activity, it's not something that is a constant need. So it's something where I can pack less of that item because I don't need it all the time. I also think that, you can use socks for a lot of things. Those are an item that are kind of universally useful. Never underestimate the many uses of the items that you have. You will start to have to think outside of the box for a lot of your survival techniques, so never rule anything out, and, keep surviving. Remember, you don't have to look cute in an apocalypse. You're not really looking for a date. There will be a post-survival era where you are going to have to repopulate. However, that is in the back of your mind, and just don't even worry about that part. Becoming pregnant in an apocalypse is really crippling. You never have anywhere near the abilities you had before you were pregnant. You have to be much more careful, and you are at much more risk for harm. Stay safe. Practice safe sex if you're having sex at all in a post-apocalyptic world. Good luck. Good luck surviving, and I hope that you find the tips and ideas on my blog to be helpful for you. And remember, this is all in good fun, so don't take yourself too seriously, and don't take me too seriously. See you guys around.